What's up, sarsaparillas? It's your girl Sassy J, and I am back with another video. Yes guys, it is Love Island season 8 episode 4. Yes, it's episode 4, and as I predicted, it is starting to get a little bit juicy. Not a whole lot of juice, but I see a little bit juicy tonight, and I have so many bits that I just want to get into. But before I go into today's episode, I just want to ask you guys to go ahead, go on, hit that like button, give me the thumbs up, yes guys, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, guys, and turn on your notification bell so you get updated every single time the girl uploads a new video. Okay guys, so episode 4. It started with the date. So Liam went on the date, guys, and he went on the date with the two new girls, Ekin-Su and Afia. Now, beautiful ladies. I'm not gonna lie, I love Afia's smile. She's beautiful. I like her energy. She's friendly. She seems like a girly girl as well, which I like that about her. And I think people will tend to draw close to her, draw near to her. I think she will get on with the girls. Ekin-Su, on the other hand, she's a bit more forward. Okay, she's forward. She doesn't care. Well, she's saying she doesn't care what people think about her. She's just gonna go live her best life and go for what she wants. Now, that is fine. I love a girl that's forward. I love that kind of, you know, vibes. But I don't know if she just... I don't know if she needs to pull it back, because you know when you're going into somebody's home, because right now these girls are here and they're set up, you have to kind of like approach with a bit of caution, and she's not really been approaching with a bit of caution, because she's like right off the bat, she's basically saying, listen, I'm not here to make best friends, okay? And obviously the girls did not like that, because the girls are rattled, you know. There's two new girls coming in. They've not even fully settled with the boys yet. So, and of course they know there's going to be like an eviction. So it's kind of like, we don't trust her. And then you can see the flirtiness going on with her and Luca the night before, when she's blowing the kiss at Luca and stuff like that. And I was watching it, I was just like, wait a minute. You know, she has her eyes on Luca. She has her eyes on Davide. She has her eyes on Dami, she says. And she did mention Liam, which is quite good, because I thought that, what's her name? Afia was going to mention Liam, but she actually didn't. She only mentioned 2 guys that she fancied. Liam was not in those 2. But I actually think that Ekin-Su doesn't really fancy Liam. I think she just mentioned it because she didn't want it to look bad, because she went on the date and she was very flirty on the date. Actually, when they were on the date, I was thinking, you know what? They got good vibes, good energy. You know, maybe she will like him and maybe there could be a thing. But honestly, I'm not quite sure. And I'm not quite sure what she's doing, because Ekin-Su seems to want all the guys to fancy her, because she's going around and she's just like saying, you know, I think you look good. I think you're a nice guy. I think you're more my type. And it's just like, I feel like she's trying to create an energy where all the guys are like pining for her. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that kind of forwardness, that kind of energy at first will probably kind of stand out, but after a while it will fizzle. I don't know. Let's see. But I love her forwardness and I love a bit of attitude. But what I don't want her to do is to forget about the girls, because no matter what, you're going to be in there for a while. Potentially, you're going to need the girls, honey. Okay, you will need the girls. So just be a bit careful, be a bit mindful, and be respectful how you go about doing things. That's all I'm going to say, because Afia went in and she was obviously more respectful. And I think I'm not going to say that Ekin-Su was disrespectful as such, but she didn't come across friendly and approachable. Okay, so when they were in the garden and Paige was basically saying to her, like, you know, me and Luca, you know, we cuddle, play footsie. She was very kind of combative. She was like, oh, well, I didn't see much of that happen last night. You know, and I think that's a bit cheeky. I mean, it's fun for us to watch, I guess, but it's a bit cheeky, and you have to be careful, because you're going to need the girls, Ekin-Su. You got to need the girls. So do your thing, boo-boo, but make sure you're mindful at the same time, because we don't want them to turn against you, because that won't be nice. But anyways, let's move on. Gemma, obviously, she was trying her best to kind of keep her cool all this time, but you could see that she's rattled. You can see that she's a little bit on edge. She's a little bit threatened. And do you know what? I'm surprised with Gemma. I'm really surprised with Gemma because at the beginning of the episode, you see where she wants to be territorial almost over Davide, and she wants to kind of like hold on to her space and like put up a fight against Ekin-Su for Davide's affection. But then as the episode goes on and she starts to talk about Luca, like what the bazooka? Like she actually said that she fancies Luca. Like she's always liked Luca. She finds him very funny. She's always laughing when he's around and they're in a crowd and so on. And obviously we had the challenge. Oh my Lord. So we had the challenge and Luca kisses Gemma and he kisses Paige as the two girls that he would like to have a threesome with. Obviously, he kissed Paige out of respect because he said this. You know, obviously I have to kiss Paige out of respect. So did he really want to choose Paige or did he want to choose Tasha and Gemma? But he thought that he had to choose Paige as one. I think that's what it is. But the Gemma situation, I thought that took a lot of balls. I did not expect that because although I know he's listed her as one of his top 3, there hasn't been any kind of conversations about Gemma coming from Luca or about Luca coming from Gemma, and we don't really see them talking like that either. So that came as a little bit of a surprise, I think. And it will come even as a bigger surprise to Paige once she really finds out what's actually going on, or it clicks what's actually going on, because we see a conversation with Luca and Gemma on the terrace, and I'm just like, at one point I was like, did I hear correctly when Luca said obviously like I would change bed with you, I would change bed with you tonight, and I'm just like, he would kick Paige out of his bed or jump out of Paige's bed into a bed with Gemma in just one conversation? And then I was like, nah, maybe I was just, you know, I got a bit distracted and I didn't hear that bit correctly. But then he went on and saying like, I really want to kiss you right now. And I'm just like, blows and skirt. I was like, what? You have one conversation with Gemma and you're talking about you want to kiss her? All this time you've got Paige. Like, make your mind up, Luca. Make your mind up. And this to me, I feel really bad for Paige because I feel like he gives her this vibe to make her feel like she shouldn't worry too much because she's going to be secure and she's secured. Even though it's early days, I feel like he gives her that kind of vibe. But then he does this. And I feel like Gemma hasn't really had this conversation with Paige around. You know, obviously we see where she was talking to Amber and India about it. But Paige is none the wiser. And Davide is none the wiser because you can see from his reaction when he's talking to the boys, like, whoa, what's going on? And why did Luca not come and talk to me? Do you think that Luca should have pulled Davide first instead of pulling Gemma for a talk? I think he probably should have. I think, obviously, in that kind of environment, you want to maintain a kind of a good vibe, you know? You want to maintain a very kind of neutral kind of setting where there's no animosity with anybody, right? And I feel like bro code was violated, and I feel like Luca should have said something. He really should have said something, because we saw last night where he was saying that he felt that what Andrew did was a bit snaky, and what Andrew did was a bit snaky, but what he did tonight could come across as snaky as well, because realistically he should have mentioned it to Davide. And as we can hear, Davide said he's very much in touch with his emotional side. Yes, Mr. Italian Stallion is in touch with his emotional side, and he kind of picked up from these signs from earlier, right? So I guess he's not that surprised, but I guess he's more disappointed with the fact that Luca did not come to him about it. And so are the other guys, you can tell. But I think that was foul move. I think he should have spoken to him about it, and should have probably spoken to Paige a bit more about it as well. I want to touch on this thing, guys, and this is about the challenge. We see where Tasha is crawling towards, to me, it looks like she was crawling towards Andrew, right? As the person she most fancied. And then she made a U-turn and goes to Luca. Now, Luca said he was a little bit surprised. Dami was surprised. Everybody was surprised. And you could see where Andrew was a bit hurt by it as well. Okay, and I guess you're talking about the guy that you most fancy. I mean, obviously he tells her he fancies her, and she tells him that she fancies him. But then she goes and crawls up to Luca. But then that's not the interesting bit, guys. When they were talking about it later on, she said she was crawling to Andrew and she wanted to go to Andrew, but everyone keeps saying to her, go towards Luca. Now, who is everyone? Is this the producers in her ears? I feel like this was something that she probably shouldn't have said. I think this is probably something that was meant to be a secret and nobody was meant to know about it. I don't think it's the other islanders, because remember she said, everyone keeps telling me to go for Luca and spice it up a little bit. That sounds to me that is Love Island's producers getting involved in that situation quite early on to kick up a stir. And if that's the case, I think they could be the one behind the Gemma and the Luca situation as well. I don't know, but let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. But it's a bit unsettling, you know, because obviously Andrew decides that he was going to kiss Paige, and I honestly feel like Dami says, I feel like he did it in kind of like a retaliation thing, like a reaction thing, because Tasha crawled up to Luca, so he obviously went and kissed Paige as a wife material kind of thing. I think that is just basically a tit for tat situation. I don't think it's anything much to read into it, because I'm not quite sure if he fancies her like that, but I think that's as far as it goes for Andrew, in all honesty. Obviously you can see where the girls are getting a little bit, you know, nervous, and India's now feeling a little bit territorial, guys. So I think she thinks that she fancies Ekin-Su more than she does. I don't think she does fancy him. I think she feels this emotion because obviously Afia came in and Afia has stated Ekin-Su as somebody that she fancies. And obviously we see the kiss in the challenge as well. And she's been having a conversation with him. And to be honest, they do seem to me that they have some kind of chemistry. More chemistry than I see with Ekin-Su and India, if I was to be completely honest. So I'm more kind of saying, you know, maybe they would look better together in this. I mean, I love India. And I really don't want India to leave the villa because I feel like she has so much to offer. But it is Love Island at the end of the day, and I do believe that Afia and Ekin-Su might have a little bit more chemistry than India and Ekin-Su does. But I think because a new girl has come in, sometimes it starts to make you feel like, oh my god, I like this person more than I actually do. And I think this is what's happened to her. It's happened to all of us, guys. Come on, girls. Have you ever just not really paid much attention to a guy and then somebody else likes him, and then all of a sudden you kind of want to tell him to back off, it's mine, but you don't really fancy him, but you think you do, but you don't really. I think that's what's happening to her. And I want to touch on this quite briefly. Amber and Dami. Obviously, we see last night where they had that little thing going on where they had a kiss and stuff. I was a bit disappointed with Gemma's reaction today because obviously Amber is excited and she's telling the girls, you know, we had a kiss and stuff like that. And she's telling them what happened, how the kiss came about. And I didn't like Gemma's reaction. She's like, oh, that chat-up line sounds a bit cheesy. I don't like that. I felt like it wasn't necessary. Of course, you will hear some cheesy chat-up lines. I'm not being funny. You'll hear them throughout Love Island at some point. But I just think, you know, don't rain on the girls' parade. She is happy about something. She's sharing it with you. Just laugh, smile, and just say, oh, don't do it, okay? Because obviously she didn't like when Ekin-Su said, oh, you like my little sister, like my baby sister, come to me for advice and stuff. She found that patronizing. And I know it's not like, it's two different kind of things. But what I'm saying is, like, the same way that, you know, offended her, it could have offended Amber as well. But luckily, Amber was just not really, you know, I don't think she was really paying that much attention. And she didn't really look into it, which is quite good. But anyways, guys, the girls are in. And obviously, you know, I was thinking that tonight was mainly going to be around the drama of the new girls. But at the end, it took a twist. And it turned out that the original girls, the OG girls, or the OG Islanders seems to be still in the limelight. Because I just can't wait to see what will unfold tomorrow with the conversation with Davide and Luca, or Gemma and Paige. I can't wait to see what that's going on about, because we even though Davide has shown, you know, some interest, saying that, you know, he does think Ekin-Su is beautiful, he did straight out said to Ekin-Su, like, obviously Gemma is more my type on paper than she is. So quite obviously he's more invested in Gemma, and we learned that he knows her age, and he even thinks himself that she can be more mature than him. So I think now that he probably genuinely do really just like Gemma. I don't know if there's much chemistry, because you did hear her say that they don't really talk much in the day. And then he couldn't even list 3 things about her. He couldn't even describe her in 3 words. Like, I felt like he was struggling, and I felt like it should have been a lot more easier, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. But like I said, it got a little bit juicy tonight. It got a little bit juicy tonight, and I am waiting to see what will happen tomorrow, especially because it's coming down to recoupling and crunch time. So I sense danger. Danger, danger. I voted when we touch. You know what I must say, though? When Luca said that, you know, I want to kiss you, I respected Gemma for saying not now kind of thing, too soon. Because some girls probably would have done it. But I feel bad for Paige. I feel bad for Paige. And I think Luca is about to make a mistake. He is. Because he's about to lose. He's about to lose Paige. And I think Paige is a good girl. And I think she's beautiful. And I think she's just got a really nice, caring personality. And I think he's making a mistake, but he just doesn't realize it yet. But anyways, guys, that is it for today. I don't know. I hope I haven't left anything out, because, boy, so much things is going on. I was trying to write down some things, but then I was just like, oh, hell no. So I was just like so invested in watching it. But yes, guys, I'm hoping that tomorrow, I can't wait for tomorrow anyways. I'm hoping that tomorrow we get the kind of episode that I'm anticipating, okay? I'll be a little bit disappointed if it doesn't go the way that I want it to go. But yes, guys, anyways, I've come to the end of today's review. Let me know what you think. Let me know whether you think that Luca and Gemma would be a better couple. Do you think that Davide should just forget about Gemma and pursue Ekin-Su? Do you think Ekenna and Afia is a better match than India? And if so, what will happen to India? You know, that's my girl. I don't want to lose her. I don't know, guys. But let me know what you guys think of tonight's episode, because I'm very intrigued to hear your opinions on it. But anyways, guys, if you've gotten to this far into the video and you haven't yet given me the thumbs up, I'm waiting for you to give me the thumbs up, honey. Yes, give that video a thumbs up for me. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell so you get updated every single time the girl uploads a new video, which is tomorrow. Okay, I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video, but for now, keep it sassy-licious.